episode 43, Two Guys and Their Gym. Welcome. Today we have a very interesting guest, and we are multi-streaming on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram.
Absolutely. And like Alvin said, like we have a story for all of y'all that you would not believe. We can't believe it happened, but stay tuned. We're going to tell you about it. It's just so much drama, but we're going to tell you about it because in every story, there's always a lesson to be learned. So, my friends, can you help me if you're watching this right now, whether on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram? Comment below where are you streaming in from? And also, what is as we're getting closer to the end of the year, we're thinking about New Year's resolutions, we're reflecting about the year that has passed. What is that one thing that you want to achieve? Because there's still a lot of time. We have 1 more month, right, Elvin?
Yep, 1 more month.
So
About 33
everybody
more
want
days.
3 more, 1 month now.
33,
So,
yes.
so what is the one thing you want to achieve by the end of this year? So comment below, where are you streaming in from? And what is that one thing that you want to achieve before the end of the year? Let me go first. So I'm streaming in from Tamantun, TTDI, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And the one thing that I want to achieve before the end of this year is to finally have some sort of a break. I don't want to call it a holiday, but I want to call it a break because I was just writing a message to all our members like an hour ago, announcing our December class schedule, and I told them that a lot of the trainers are taking a break, and we as a business, Daily Muscle wants to take a break, so we have a reduced schedule because it's been almost 2 years, and I think even the same for you, Alvin. Like, and so many
Right.
trainers that I know, been almost 2 years, like full on without a break, full on teaching, figuring out how to teach, all of these things. So, like, I don't want to call it a holiday because it doesn't have to be a trip somewhere. But I think my team, myself, my wife, my dog, we deserve a break. So the one thing I'm looking forward to before the end of 2021 is to have at least about a 2 week break where we just chill out and just reflect on the past 2 years and just recharge ourselves so we can be ready for 2022. All right. So, my friends, we are commenting below where are we streaming in from and what is that one thing you want to achieve before by the end of the year. And Alvin, tell us where are you streaming in from and what is your one thing you want to achieve before the end of the year.
So I'm streaming from Kajang, and the one thing that I want to achieve in the month of December is to spend time with my clients. So usually every year end, we have Achievers Night in conjunction with Christmas. We get together, we have a meal together, we catch up. So that's one thing I look forward to plan and possibly make it happen for most of us. Fingers crossed. We'll see how.
I love that. So it's like a Christmas party, and this is not the first
Yeah.
time you're doing it, right, Alvin? You used to do this
Oh,
before.
it's
It's
a
it's and you,
tradition.
right. So that's your tradition. I love that. And I'm gonna look through Instagram and just see what some of the comments are. Comment below. Alvin's having his eye on Facebook and
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. I saw a few comments. Who's here? Hi, Penny. Penny's here. You know, Elvin, like every week we have our friends tuning in, our friends, our clients tuning in. So just a shout out to all of y'all. Thank you for being here. It's 43
We
episodes. It's
love
still
it.
here. We love
Yeah.
you. Thank you for staying on. As always, we have an awesome show for you. We have Vanita. Vanita's a client of mine. She's streaming in from USJ1 Subang Jaya. Vanita, before the end of the year, she's saying she wants to be back to her gym and her regime. So her routine. And I love that, Vanita. Thank you for posting that because most people, by the time at the end of the year, they like postpone to January. I love how you are saying that before the end of the year, I'm going to be back to the gym and with my routine. Love that. Thank you for sharing. Kimberly's here. Just so all of y'all know that I do not force my wife to be here on Instagram. She is here. She's not even at home. She's having dinner with her friends, but she's streaming in from somewhere. She says she's in TBI, so she's not too far away. And she says she needs a mental break. Okay, great. So as you can see, we both kind of need a break. So that's happening. Love that. Penny is from Penang, and Penny wants to hit a fourth pull-up rep. Great. So she has a strength fitness goal that she wants to achieve. I love that, Penny. I believe you can totally do it.
Yes, you can.
Wow, I love that. Penny wants to hit four pull-ups in unbroken, I'm guessing. Thank you for sharing that. Who else is here? Brian Xiao, hello, hello. We have the extinct T-Dex. Interesting Instagram handle. He's from Puchong and he wants to travel and makan. Great, right? Borders are open. People are going out. People are taking a break. Love that. You want to travel and you want to eat. Who else is here? Sumita's here. Trolley Girl. Trolley Girl is my client. Aruna is from streaming in from Banda Menjalara, and her goal to achieve before 2021 is to take knitting classes. Love that, Aruna. Plenty of time. We've got 4 weeks to make that happen. Hi, Mongpeng. We have Prasad joining us. We have Siddiq joining us. All right, awesome. Any comments on
Love that.
on the other platforms, Alvin?
They are coming. If there's any, I'll just pin them up.
Sure.
With that,
Okay.
I
Awesome.
invite
Let's
all
move
of
on.
you who are watching on Facebook and LinkedIn to please share this live so they can reach out to more people. And my invitation to those watching on Instagram to hop over to Facebook to have a little viewing experience, because in our special guest appearance, you're going to share some pictures so that can be viewed on Facebook. Okay, stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
Our next segment is Hot Seat. This is where I'm going to put Noel and myself in the hot seat to share a story with you. And that story is about an injury that happens to both of us, unplanned. Life decided to say, Noel, here's something for you. Alvin, here's something for you. Now, what happened to you, Noel?
This is crazy. So something happened to Alvin and I the past last week. We were not together. I had it on my own. He had it on his own, but we both got injured. I think Alvin's injury is a bit more macho lah. My injury is like a joke. Okay, but basically, so we're both injured. I'll tell you about the injury shortly. Okay, very shortly. But here's the joke that I had to tell you. I told Alvin last week that Alvin, next week on Monday, let's rename the show to Two Guys and Their Injuries. Because what are the odds that both of us get injured at the same time? So, okay, let me tell you about my injury. What happened to me? I was not training at the gym. I did not fall down while running outside in the park. I was not doing nothing athletic training at home. I was just turning off the lights in my house. And after turning off the lights, I turned around and I felt something happen in my left knee. There's this feeling and sensation of this. I can't explain it, okay? I felt that and it was so painful, and I just buckled and fell down. And because my mom's listening to this, she's going to panic because I never told anyone. I never put it on social media. I don't want my parents to know, they're going to freak out, okay? So I'm okay. I'm on this show. And I fell down, and when I fell down, my ankle also went all over the place. Like, just this big drama happened at home. This happened late at night, about 12 something. I was turning off the TV. I was going to go to bed. Kim had already gone to bed, so I literally had to use a broomstick and make myself go up. So here's the good news. I did not break anything. Even that Bluetooth speaker that I had, which fell down, did not break. Nothing broke. But I was in a lot of pain for a while. And so that's it. So it's and it's actually a very old injury that has come back to haunt me. 20 over years ago, I dislocated my left knee. Okay. And once you dislocate your knee, it just never is the same again. So from the first time I dislocated my knee, it happened multiple times after that. But for 20 years, nothing happened. I do not know why. I cannot explain what happened. I was just turning off the lights. I told one of my clients today, like, nothing dramatic happened. I just turned off the lights. And he said, well, you're saving the environment. That's when it happened. Okay. But that's what happened. So I have a swollen knee. I can not put a lot of weight on it. I've been limping around for the past few days. The first day was excruciating. But the good news is that it's getting better. today I can kind of walk around. I don't need my painkillers. I don't need the broomstick to walk around. Um, and it's getting better. Kim has been super helpful. It's so nice to have someone to put a plaster on your leg and to wrap it. And she prays on my leg and my knee every night. It's been good. I love it. I think in every situation something good comes out of it, and I'm looking forward to see what the good out of this comes out of it. So that's my story. That's my injury. I
Yes.
didn't fall into the drain. I want to hear, but Alvin's injury is
Thank God
cooler.
you didn't.
Alvin's injury
I
is
tell you
cooler.
what,
Like, I'll let him tell you about it.
no injuries are cool, Noel. That's for sure.
Cooler than
Okay.
mine, for sure.
Mine happens in the gym. I was doing deadlift, and it was during my warm up set where I pulled my lower back. So the muscles all spasm, it got tense up. I couldn't move, and I just have to lay down there for a while before I finally able to pull myself up, go home, and then get it checked. Now it's not cool because for the past 2 3 days I was moving very restrictively. I can't turn, but that's the good thing. It only gets better, and it serves as a reminder to, like, no matter how prepared you are, life can just throw you something and change all of your plans and put you in a very uncomfortable environment situation, and it's a challenge to you, and it's how you react to the challenge that matters the most. And I was having this conversation with Noel. I think it's so interesting that it happens to both of us at the same time, and we both were going back and forth, and we realized that, wow, we had big events coming up. Noel had the Hero Appreciation Day, and we just have to come out stronger. The show must go on. Like today, I'm sure we are in some sort of pain. The show must go on. And I just want to say that our message is, in our life journey, we always have obstacles. The most important thing is to find your why, find your strength. As you can push through your pain, what you see rainbow at the end of it. So that's our message for our hot seat segment.
Yeah. So life doesn't happen to you, life happens for you. So
Love it.
this injury sucks, but I'm sure there's a lesson to be learned. Alvin's injury sucks, but I'm sure there's some lesson to be learned. And if you're watching this right now, whatever it is that you're going through, like Alvin said, I'm sure there's some lesson to be learned. And that's it. That's our hot seat. So we are both injured. If you see us somewhere, if you see Alvin or me outside walking a little slower, we don't respond to you. It's just okay. The two injured people. Okay, Alvin, tell us what is our next segment? What's coming up for our show for today?
Our next segment is our special guest. She is someone that has been with us since day one as our loyal and royal supporter at behind the scene on Instagram all the time. I humbly welcome Sumita Chin.
Hello. Hi.
Hi,
Hello.
Sumita.
Hi, Sumita. So, to all of you watching this on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, you're like, who's this girl? This girl, actually, Sumita, I've never seen you face to face. Alvin has. She's a mutual friend. But Sumita is someone who's, when Alvin said that she's been here from the beginning, he really means it. Like, literally, like every time when I go and check, whenever we are streaming online on Instagram, I will see Sumita here watching from the beginning until the end. So just a shout out to you, Sumita, for not just being a friend, but just really being online and just really supporting us. And from someone who's just watching from afar, now you are on the show, and
The
I'm sure you have
show.
something to share. After listening to us for multiple episodes, nothing embarrassing for us, I hope. But welcome to the show. It's a pleasure to have you here. I'll pass the
Yeah,
time over to Alvin to
nice
introduce
to be
you
here too.
officially to everyone else. I just wanted to say, like, I'm just so grateful that you are here.
Likewise, Sumita. And I'm going to humbly welcome Sumita to the show. She's a secondary, my bad. She's a primary school teacher, but we are having
Yeah,
her here today to share with us a little bit about her outdoor adventure. All right. Sumita has also been my college friends for the past so I would say since 8 years. Yeah. And some of her adventures that she shared is something that we've been through together. And we are so grateful to have you here, Sumita. So welcome on the show.
Thanks for having me. It's very exciting to be here after watching for like so many episodes. Thanks for having me.
Sumita, having you here, can you share with us a little bit about who you are and what you do? I know that you are a primary school teacher.
Yeah, I'm Sumita, and yep, I'm a primary school teacher teaching in an international school in Cheras, and I'm teaching year four. Yeah, so the very cheeky age. Yep.
I love that. I'm just trying to, when she was saying that, I was trying to think that what was I doing at that age? What was I doing to my teacher? And I don't think it was anything nice. So Sumita, like,
It's the
wow,
age.
correct. So she said it's that age.
It's
Um,
the age they will start to talk back.
it's the age where
A
they
lot of
start to talk back.
opinions. Yeah.
I think you have a very very hard job, but that's awesome. But again, thank you for being here. Thank you for surviving all these shows and like, did you ever think that you would one day be on the show?
No.
No. Okay,
There
great.
were a couple
Well
of
here
times where there was a couple
here
of
you
times
are.
where you wanted to ask the girls to prove you wrong and come to
Yeah,
like
and
the
I was like, hey,
license or
Yeah.
whatever.
join us live, but nobody did it. No one did it. Well, here you
And
are. This time we gave you a bit of a heads up, right? Alvin gave you a heads up. Great, awesome, Sumita. I want to ask you something. So
Yeah.
you are. Alvin tells me that you are into all this outdoor stuff. So you are a teacher professionally for your work, but you have this whole outdoor thing going on, and that's what's interesting. And I think interesting to our audience as well because everyone has corporate jobs and all this busyness, and they don't know how to balance and have a whole different other thing going on for them. So maybe today my hope is that when you share your story, these people who have other things going on and can't figure out how to fit in activity into their life can get some pearls of wisdom from you
right.
and what they can apply into their routine. So tell us, Sumita, what are two of your favorite outdoor activities? Like what are your two big things that you're doing there other than teaching, and why are those two things your favorites?
So this question is pretty hard because there's so many like outdoor recreational activities that I like. But I would say like the top two that I do the most is probably hiking and also diving. Yeah, I love
Hiking and
hiking because
diving.
One
yeah,
is
Go up, one go down.
yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And why do you like hiking?
Dive hiking because I just love being in nature, and it challenges me on like so many different levels. And of course, the end, the view when I get to reach on top of the hill, the mountain, it's very rewarding. Yeah, and of course the company as well. When you are hiking, it's a good way to bond with people.
And why do you like diving?
Diving because it opens up like a completely new world. Like if I have not gone diving, I wouldn't have known like what's happening under the sea, and it's very fascinating. Really, there's so many things that is yet to be discovered. Yeah.
Okay, there's a out there question as in like, what made you at what age did you start diving?
I had my first license last year. Last year, yeah. Oh, 2 years ago. 2 years
So you're a
ago.
licensed diver, not just diving for fun. Like you can
No, we
No.
can
need
you
to
like
have a license.
you need
Yeah.
you need a license to dive?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, yes.
You mean I can't
So
just put
we
on a snorkel and the thing and just go down into the
That's
water?
snorkeling. It's different from diving.
so I think
Wow.
Sumita is
Okay.
referring to the open water diving. You know, you have
Right.
the
But
air
I
tag,
had no idea
you
you
go
needed a
all the
license for
way
that.
down. And yes, we do need a license unless you're going for a discovery dive.
Mm-hmm.
Discovery dive is where they bring you around. So in order to go deep, you need a license, at least an open water, and then I believe they have advanced for more adventurous or deeper dives.
So that means if I bought all the equipment I need for
Yep.
diving and tomorrow I go to the sea and I dive inside and someone catches me, can I be fined or something?
Probably.
Okay.
But
Okay.
you will need the oxygen tank as well, though. So you need all those.
Right.
I don't think you
Yeah,
can
I need
buy
all of
that.
those, which I
Can
can
you?
buy. I don't need a license to buy those, right?
No, you don't
I'm
need a
pretty
license,
sure you.
Noel. But
Wow.
I
Oh,
think what you
really?
do need license. I think what you do need, Noel, you need someone to bring you down. It's not as
Okay.
easy as just dive down. They are very
Yeah, you
tough.
might get lost.
That's interesting to know. Like I had no idea, but just to give you a context also, Sumita, like don't worry, I'm not gonna dive because I can't even swim. Okay, so that's a whole different story. Over to you, Alvin.
I love that, Sumita. I love that one of your outdoor is going up and the other is going down. Now, perhaps you can share with us why should people exercise outdoor? Why should people go out? Now, you mentioned most of the activity, of course, you're saying are all outdoor
Mhm.
recreational sports, right? Why should people do that? If someone who's only training indoor,
First of all, I think it boosts mental health. So it for me it reduces stress, improve your mood as well when you go out. Being outside, and of course it stimulates your five senses. Your hearing, your sight, your feel, your smell. It's different than staying indoor, and I think it challenges your body because when you're outside, you can't control the environment. You will meet like inclines, bumps, holes, obstacles, whether it might force you to be in an environment or in a situation where you have to step out of your comfort zone and then you have to adapt. So I think it challenges your body, and of course fresh air when you're in the jungle forest. Yeah,
that's right.
that's why people should exercise outdoor.
That's right. Especially right now, we were talking about going outdoor, and Malaysia after the MCO, right? Dora, I think we can see a lot of our friends are all going outdoor, picking up
Yeah.
cycling, hiking, all these outdoor sports that's happening right here.
Yeah. Suddenly there's so many cyclists in front of my house. Last time never. Suddenly there's a lot. But people are seeing the value of training outdoors. And Sumita's not just going outdoors, she's just going underwater. Underwater is a whole different world. I really agree. It's just
Yeah.
I think it's just amazing. You're a very lucky person to be able to do that and to go down. Wow. Alvin, do you have something you want to show us?
Yes, I do. I'm going to bring up
Mhm.
some pictures on Facebook. So, those of you who are watching on Instagram, I invite you to hop over to our Facebook page where Sumita is going to share a pictures and a little story of behind the scene or what is the pictures about. Okay.
This picture, this is
So,
taken on our way to Annapurna Base Camp. So it's one of the other base camp. It's Machepuri, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, base camp. So it's like one day before we reach Annapurna Base Camp. Yeah,
When was this,
this was in
roughly?
2018,
Right. Wow.
3 years ago.
And this is you going up. Okay, more photos. Okay,
Yes,
awesome.
this is when I reached Annapurna Base Camp. It's 4,000 plus meter. Yeah, it's really really cool. But that's the base camp. So
and Annapurna,
that's
this
where
is
we
in
started.
Nepal, right, Sumita?
Yeah, it's along the Himalaya range, and that is at Mount Kinabalu. Very good weather that day. Yeah, and that's Tabor Hill when they are open and
Where?
not closed. And we have like a dog joining us too.
Yeah.
So
So
you
to my
hike
friends on
up.
Instagram, we are actually looking at what's happening on Facebook, and Alvin is showing some photos of what Sumita has been doing. So head over there if you want it. Otherwise, just stay tuned. But Sumita, tell me about this photo. Like Alvin said, it's like there's a dog there. How come there's a dog? Like most humans don't go up there. Some few people do, and like you went up there and like there's a dog. Is it someone's dog, or does this dog stay there, or what?
I think it's just a random dog. It was just following us when we were hiking, and then when we stopped for like a break and we were having some food. I guess that's why they stay with us. Yeah, so we were feeding the
Did the
dog,
dog
and then
follow you from the base?
yeah.
Wow.
Wow. You can't
So
even pay some
cute.
humans to follow you from the base. Wow. Okay, go on.
And this one is also along the Annapurna base camp track, and that is the longest bridge in that Kaski district. It took me like 6 minutes to walk over. Yeah, so it's a really long bridge.
Wow.
Hmm.
6 minutes to cross the whole bridge, is it, Sumita?
Yeah, 6 minutes. The
That's
whole
a long
bridge,
bridge.
one way. And this one is very interesting. It's a trip that I just came back from. It's at Ulumuda Lodge. So the one where we're on a river cruise. So we're just spotting like some wild animals. We're right smack in the middle of the jungle. And then that one is we went cave exploring. Yeah, so there's limestone and things like that. So it's a very interesting place.
Where was
Mm.
this again, Sumita?
It was last week. I just came back last week. It's in Kedah.
In Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know Malaysia have this, Noel.
Oh, you guys should go. It's such an interesting place. It's called Ulumuda Earth Lodge. It's a
Ulu
forest
Muda
reserve.
Lodge. All right.
Yeah. And this is also there. So this is the Salt Lakes. It's a natural hot spring. So where I'm standing, it's pretty hot, like 60 degrees Celsius. So if you touch it with your hand, it's pretty hot. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And there's like tapir and elephant footprints there that we missed.
Wow. And tell us about this
Yeah.
photo where you're holding this Malaysian flag above what? There's not a volcano behind you, is it?
Yeah, that's a volcano,
It
and
is?
this is in Indonesia. Yeah, I hiked this
Wow.
volcano in Indonesia. It's Mount Sindoro. Yeah.
Wow. So it's a dead volcano, I believe, right?
Doesn't look very
It's
dead.
not dead,
Looking at
dead.
the
It probably will
vapors
erupt.
coming out.
Yeah, it probably will erupt someday, but not soon.
It's just not that day when she was there. That's what matters.
Thank God.
Wow.
And this is also in Indonesia. These two. That one is Mount Batur on the right, and the left is Mount Prau. Yeah, and they're all volcanoes. Hmm. And
Okay,
of
now we're
course,
going
diving.
underwater. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the recent trip in Tioman where I got my advanced license too. So I get to go deeper.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So
and
Sumita, it looks like the past few weeks you've actually been traveling quite a bit. You've got
Sort
the ball
of,
Tioman,
yeah.
rolling.
Kedah.
Love that. Love that. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
staying indoor for too long.
Correct. Like she's out for a vengeance. Like what can I climb and what can I dive into? That's awesome. Sumita, tell us. I look at these photos and I get quite inspired. Like wow, like here's this person going out, climbing outdoors, and maybe I'm. What if I'm someone who's like I'm not up for that kind of an adventure or not ready to dive yet? What advice would you have for someone who's watching this right now, who's like feeling kind of inspired? Like wow, this girl, she's a teacher, but look at what else, all this awesome stuff she's doing. What advice would you have for these people, like to tell them to go out, like or any inspirational thing that will make someone like okay, tomorrow I'm going to go for a walk or tomorrow I'm going to go out hiking? Any words of advice? Maybe what inspired you in the first place? You want to just share a little bit about that?
Well, initially, I never thought that I would be able to hike Mount Kinabalu or just any mountains that are very high. But when I was given the chance to go to Annapurna Base Camp, I thought, hey, why not take the chance? And then I realized that actually I can do it. Yeah, so it's the chances that I take. So when I'm given the opportunity to do something that I'm scared, that I might not be able to achieve, or if I feel I'm not good enough, it's when I need to, I want to challenge myself, because if others can do it, why can't I? Yeah, so it's the chances that I'm taking. So take the chances and then go. Don't limit yourself, because the only limit is like really just you yourself. You are the only one that is setting this limit for yourself. So just go and explore, because you'll never know what you can do. Like really just challenge yourself, and then you will know yourself better. You know that you can actually do a lot more than what you think you can.
I
I
love what
feel
you're
inspired.
saying. Yeah, so and I know why Evan feels inspired, because what you're saying is, Sumita, is to do the hard thing.
Do the
Is to
hard
do the hard
thing.
thing. And I learned that from Alvin. It's like really,
Yeah, me
Alvin,
too.
like every time I have it written on my bathroom mirror, do the hard thing. And what you're saying is actually just really a version of that. So you had the opportunity to do it and then you took it, and that's inspiring. I have some random questions. Well, we, like Alvin and I, came up with this question. They want to ask you. We probably didn't tell you about these questions just to keep it kind of interesting. Have you heard of speed dating before, or maybe have you done speed dating before? So the thing about speed dating is that like you like it's quick, right? It's fast. So this is our rapid fire session, and I'm going to ask you a few questions. The secret here is really just to answer the first thing that comes to your mind. There's no right or wrong, just the first thing that comes to your mind. You ready?
Yep,
Say I'm ready. Okay, great.
I'm ready.
Okay, so 7 a.m. workout or 7 p.m. workout?
7 p.m.
Right. What is one thing that you must have in your fridge?
Ice cream.
Squats or deadlifts?
Squats.
CrossFit, yes or no?
Yes.
Dumbbells or kettlebells?
Dumbbells.
If you could go hiking or diving or mountain climbing with anyone in the world, dead or alive, who would it be?
Whoever that submitted Mount Everest.
Love that. Vegan burgers, yes or no?
No.
Okay. So you're not eating all those vegan ice creams also, right? Like I guess so. Okay,
No.
great. What is one embarrassing thing that has happened to you in your outdoor adventures? Maybe while diving or climbing. What's the most embarrassing thing that has happened?
Falling.
That's not very embarrassing. I fell. Alvin injured himself. Okay, great.
When hiking,
Falling.
is it?
Is there a particular incident that you can share with us?
Yeah. Like when it's slippery.
Right. Okay, that's embarrassing when you're a good climber and a diver. Okay, when you fall. Okay, Sumita, if you were to step out of your house tomorrow and you found 10 million ringgit out at the doorstep, what would you do with it?
Can you repeat that? I lost you.
Sure. Sorry. Can you hear me now? If you were to step out of your house tomorrow and you found 10 million ringgit, oops, I think we lost her on stream. That's okay. This happens, everybody.
She will be
She's
reconnecting.
still on Instagram, but soon we will find out what will Sumita do with 10 million ringgit. And if you're watching this right now, can you comment below? I'm very curious actually. Can you comment below if you're watching this, whether on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram? What would you do tomorrow if you found 10 million ringgit on your doorstep? Don't have to give back. It's nobody's. No need to give back to the government. Nothing. It's yours. It has your name on it. What would you do if you found 10 million ringgit on your doorstep? Comment below. We want to know. It can anything lah. Okay. While we wait for Sumita to come back, and here she
And she
is.
Bye.
is.
That's okay, Sumita. Here's the question. What would you do if you found 10 million ringgit at your doorstep tomorrow when you walked out? It's your money. It has your name on it. You don't have to give it to anyone else. What do you do?
I would go to Disneyland. That's the place that I really want to go, and I guess to contribute to conservation work as well. Yeah.
There's nothing to climb in Disneyland though.
Disneyland is a dream.
Magic Mountain. Okay, great.
Love it.
If you had to eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would that be?
Banana leaf.
You win. That's the best answer I've heard so far. Uh, last two questions, okay? If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Malaysia. I love
Okay,
Malaysia.
we love Malaysia too. And what is one thing that you are not good at?
I am not good at. Well, before this, I think I'm not good at loving myself. So I'm learning to be better at that.
Okay, tell us a bit more about that.
Um, I think that I care a lot. Like I put other people's need before mine, and sometimes I neglect myself, and I feel like I don't care for myself enough. and then I'll get into I feel like, how come nobody cares for me, that kind of thing. But yeah, so and then yeah.
And
Love
you're a
it.
teacher, and that's
Yeah,
just the
sometimes it
always
gets
always
tired.
giving and not thinking about yourself. Love that. Thank you for sharing that. Over to you, Alvin.
Thank you so much, Sumita. Is there anything else that you like to say that we did not ask you today? Anything you want to say? Any last words of advice?
I think it is something that I go by in my life. It's really to take the chances that you have, and whether it scares you or not, or it challenges you or not, it makes you feel uncomfortable. Because at the end of the day, right, you'll only regret at the chances that you didn't take. So yeah, really go do all the things that you want to do so that you don't regret.
Yeah, Alvin.
Love it.
Before you wrap it up and say goodbye, there's just this whole bunch of comments that have been coming for Sumita. Sumita, you're very popular, huh? You have all you have. I don't know. Maybe these are your students or your friends.
Students.
I just want to read out. There's a few things I'm seeing. I'm seeing Miss Sumita is so beautiful. Miss Sumita is gorgeous.
Thanks.
Um, and I'm seeing you have someone here called Juliati who's saying, Sumi, do you remember
That's my
eating
hiking buddy.
Maggie at 1 a.m.? Still sleepy, but have to eat. Love that.
Yeah, before
Um,
the hike.
and then we have a Gilbert Yap who's saying, Miss Sumita, I'm your biggest fan. Gilbert Yap says he will give you the 10 million if he found 10 million outside his house. Like, so now you got 20 million. Pravina saying that Sumita's real good at singing. Get her to sing for us before this ends. Okay, I'll leave that up to her. Okay, well, I wouldn't pressure her into doing that. But maybe, yeah, before you go and before I pass it to Alvin, tell us a bit more about the singing thing. So you like climbing, going upwards, you like diving, and then the singing thing that you do as well. Is there some hidden talent that we don't know about?
It's just singing for fun.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't worry. We're
Love
not going to
it.
put you on the spot. So over to you, Alvin.
Yeah, maybe we'll have Sumita back right at the after party on Instagram. So stay tuned on that. With that being said, I thank you so much, Sumita, for your wisdoms, for your sharing today. We are grateful for your time and energy. Thank you for saying yes. I have been asking Sumita every couple of weeks, would you like to be on the show? Finally, you said yes to this episode. So I am very, very grateful. Now, Noel, Sumita and I meet at least every few weeks once. So we are very, very close friends.
Do you all live nearby? Is that
She stays in PJ, not that far off.
that's not
Yeah,
nearby? Alvin from Kajang. But good friends always make time to meet. Alvin met me the other day.
that's right.
But yeah,
That's right.
Sumita, I'm like it took you 43 episodes before you finally came on the show. I'm surprised it took you this long. But thank you for being here. I echo what
Yeah.
Alvin said. We are grateful that you're here. Thank you for saying yes. And I know this show sounds like some kind of a fitness and gym show, but really it's not. It's just really ordinary people, real people out there doing amazing things, just like what you're doing, that people can connect to and relate to. And thank you for sharing your story. I'm sure someone out there, if not watching it right now, at some point later will watch the recording and be inspired by what you said.
Thank you so
Thanks for
much,
having
Sumita.
me.
Bye. Now, so those of you who are watching this, I invite you to hop over to Facebook, search on Sumita Chin, follow her on Facebook. If you are on Instagram, her handle is below. If you are tuning in on Instagram, you can search Sumita Chin and she will appear right there. Follow her. You can see a lot of pictures of her exploring outdoors. And I love it, Noel. I've been friends with her for close to 8 years, and some of the
Wow.
stories I didn't know. And it's very important, it's very interesting that when you put someone out there and you realize that they have so much wisdom, so much
Yeah.
untold stories to share to the world. Because some behind the scene, when I asked Sumita to be on the show, she said, Alvin, I got nothing to share, but look what happened, look what we got out from her. Even me being as a close friend and hearing this
Yeah.
story, I feel like, wow, I feel like going to hike tomorrow.
Yeah. Now that's
I
what
feel like
everybody
doing
thinks.
something.
I think a lot of people watching the show, so they always feel that I got nothing to share, I got nothing to contribute to society. I'm nobody. It's like no such thing. If you have been living on this planet, you've been doing life, you certainly have something to share and contribute to someone out there. So, and Sumita's not a gym goer. Like, I mean, not, I wouldn't say not gym goer. People think that we're just inviting gym owners, but it's not. It's like everybody has something to share. Everyone has a story, and I'm grateful that Alvin invited her, because like I'm inspired too. I'm not gonna go start diving, but it's just amazing to see how there's a whole outdoor adventure out there that everyone can have. And like I said, like Alvin, this Sumita has got this Instagram is blowing up with with Sumita. Eunice is saying hi to Sumita. We have Aminash Naidu saying Sumita's the best. Amina saying thank you, Sumita. Gilbert saying Sumita's dog is also very cute. Oh, she has a dog. Awesome. See, I didn't know that. Like she's got lots more to share with us one day, and one day we will know. Okay, awesome. What do we have in store for everyone else next, Alvin?
In our next segment is Ask Us Anything. So if you have a question that you want to know in terms of health, fitness, training, nutrition, lifestyle, this is a chance for you. Post your question below in the comment section or on Instagram, the little question mark box. Write your questions there. Noel will pin it up. We all can see it. This is the segment where we answer your question. So we have a question that came in throughout the week, and I'm going to pin it up. The question goes, I started my fitness journey strong, and halfway through, life happens, and I find myself back in square one. What is the best way to stay on track? So maybe I will share this first, and then Noel, I'll pass it to you.
Yeah.
I think this is very common. A lot of us can relate to that when we start something, the fire is always extremely strong in the beginning, the inspiration, the motivation, but halfway through, things happen. And the best way to stay on track is one of my advice to many people is have a social support system. Share your goals with your friends, have a trainer, have accountability buddy. When you share and have a strong support system, you find yourself being able to visualize your journey towards your goal stronger. You know? So if you find that you are alone trying to lose 5 kilos, you find that you're alone trying to go back to the gym, trying to eat healthier, perhaps, or I would pick on Noel's favorite quote, don't do fitness alone. Yeah, do it together with a friend, with your family. You can reach out to us in this show. And once you have a support system, you find yourself going further in your fitness journey. And that's one of my best advice on how you can stay track on your fitness or maybe in any goals in life.
Yeah. So don't do fitness alone, and don't do life alone. And if you look at the question is saying, what if halfway through life happens? And life always happens.
Happens. That's right.
Life always happens. Life's always happening, right? So the thing about starting a fitness journey, I think everyone starts with good intentions. Like, I'm gonna train 5 times a week. I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna get 8 hours of sleep a day. I'm gonna make sure Sundays I read a book. We do all of this, but we forget that life happens. What is life? Somebody passes away, boss says you got a deadline, car breaks down, can't drive to the gym, it's raining, can't go out for run. We don't plan for these things. We don't plan for life. We plan our routine. We don't plan for life. So life happens. We just got to expect that life is going to happen. So that means, and like Alvin and I, like, injured. We didn't plan for this. I was planning to run 5 kilometers every single day for December. Not going to happen, right? Didn't plan for it. So part of planning is planning that your plan won't happen. As
That's right.
bizarre as that sounds, part of planning is accepting that life will happen to you, and sometimes things are not going to work your way. and accepting that as okay, instead of like, I'm going to do all of this and I twist my ankle, I broke my leg, and then you give up. But what if you expect that life is going to throw me a curveball some point and I have to deal with it? And then when it happens, you're like, okay, this is the curveball that I didn't plan for, but I'm going to navigate around it. Sure, it's going to slow things down. Sure, you can't do the things that you said you're going to do, but you kind of anticipated something was going to happen, and it happened. And that's the secret, really. So no one's going to be able to train 12 months, 365 days a year, everything perfect doesn't happen. Something's gonna come up, like COVID happened. Like, who even predicted that, right? Through everything that you had planned out the window. So when you plan, yes, you can have plans, but also know that sometimes plans don't work, and that's okay. What matters the most is that you don't give up, and part of don't giving up also means that you don't do things alone. Like Alvin said this now, do fitness with someone else, because if you're alone, it's very easy to give up. It's very easy to lose sight of things. But if you have a group of people who are cheering you on, or you have a coach or a mentor who's guiding you and reminding you and showing you the way, it's easier to stay on track and to
Right.
know that when things don't go your way, someone's there to remind you. Maybe your accountability partner got injured, not you, and you can see and you can help that person through. Then another day you get injured, that person helps you do that. That's the journey. It's life, and as I mentioned just now, life doesn't happen to you, life happens for you.
For you.
Everything that happens to you is always a silver lining. COVID, that's a silver lining. Gyms couldn't open for many months, that's a silver lining. Alvin and I injured, that's a silver lining. Maybe Alvin needed to take a break because he works like crazy every single day. I'm just saying, right? So there's always a silver lining if you look hard enough. So that is my answer to that question. I hope you found that useful. If you're watching this right now, comment any questions that you have for us below. The show's going to end soon. We'll try to answer your questions that we can when we can. If you see the little question mark on Instagram as well, that's a good way to ask your questions. I see some questions on Instagram, but I'm going to check with Alvin and say, like, do we have any questions that came in earlier, Alvin?
No, we'll do one maybe from Instagram.
I think we can do a couple actually. This one comes from Vanita. Vanita was here earlier. Do you both sing like Sumita? Sumita, the Alvin and I sing? I can speak for myself. I would say I I can sing, but nobody will pay a ticket and watch my show, if I can put it that way. Alvin, can you make a
I think
living
we
out of
got.
singing?
I think we got to come out with another talk show for that.
Okay,
Two
great.
guys and
But
just.
two guys and their attempt to sing. But love this question, Vanita. Vanita's also sharing that I sing on my walk and I don't care about the stairs because I think music is the best support to motivate my exercises. So thank you, Vanita. Vanita's like sharing actually, and to say that doesn't matter whether you sound good or not, but you do you, you do your routine, you go out there. Love that. Thank you for sharing that, Vanita. There was a question here. Aruna saying, so true about the silver lining. Absolutely. There's a question. Sumita, how are you so amazing? Fans are still here, Alvin. It's amazing. Um, there we go. Okay. This question comes from Joanna. What made you want to become a trainer or fitness coach? Alvin, you go first. What made you want to become a trainer?
It's a calling. It's a passion. Being a business graduate, having the goal of climbing the corporate ladder, halfway through, I realized that the calling to be in the fitness industry. It's something that I'm really passionate. It's something that I see myself doing for the rest of my life. And I decided that, hey, once I graduated, I'm not going to step into the corporate ladder. I'm going to put on my sport attire. I'm going to work in a gym. I'm going to learn all about health and fitness and nutrition and training and start helping people. And once the ball start rolling, I find myself falling in love with the process, and I wake up with enlightenment every single day. Wow.
I love that. And if you're watching this and thinking like, no way, like Alvin's bullshitting, no. Let me tell you that's 100% true. No, it is. It is. And Alvin's lucky because so I mean you never went into the whole corporate scenario, right? You just straight away became a trainer. I worked in a corporate environment for about 8 to 9 years, and that's when my passion grew. And I quit the corporate world and studied to become a PT, and then I train other people. And my motivation is, I can tell you this, that there's nothing out there as rewarding. Yes, there's so many jobs there where you can make money. There's jobs out there where you can get position and authority. There's jobs out there where you can travel, but there's no job out there where you can, unless if you're a doctor or a surgeon who saves lives, okay, which I think is awesome. But other than that, I can't think of any other job that where you are changing people's lives, you're helping them improve their health, and like really like, and you have to be a trainer or a group instructor or someone in fitness to understand, because these people come back to you and tell you how you change your life. And you don't get that in the corporate world. Your client who purchased a 300,000, $500,000 software system doesn't come and tell you 6 months down the road, your software system changed my life. Doesn't happen. I worked in IT for 8 years, never happened. Okay. But as a trainer, your clients will come and tell you how you change your life, not just their lives, but the changes that they made. Their husband became healthier, their kids are inspired, they're working out. It is rewarding beyond words. And so that's it. That's the inspiration and the spark that we had, and here we are. And as unreal as it sounds, let me tell you that it's all real. It's all real. And if you're thinking about jumping over the fence and doing something, talk to us. Talk to Alvin. Talk to me. We've helped a lot of coaches just kind of kickstart the career. I'm passionate not just about helping people, but Alvin and I are passionate about helping you get started in your fitness journey.
That's right.
Yeah, and then I just want to say this. This is just random. It just occurred to me. It's now Monday. I think it's still happening. The ACE American Council on Exercise website, I think it's still Black Friday weekend in
That's right. I
America
believe
right
so.
now. Still, right? So you may have
Yes.
2 hours. Oh, did you know that all the courses on the ACE website is like 50% off? It's just out of this world. It's like half the price. So just thought I'd say it, because one of my interns coaching with me was like, and I got him to sign up and pay. He was like, I'm doing it half the price. I'm just saying it to anyone watching this right now. Now, if you want to buy a course or a program, go to the ACE Fitness website, and American Council on Exercise. It's half the price. They never do this. It's the cheapest I've ever seen it. I paid like 10 times more, but it's a different story altogether. Okay, any other questions? Otherwise, before we wrap the show, Pat, hi Pat. Pat's here. Noel and Alvin, you both inspire people to be fit forever. Thank you, Pat. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you for being here. Vanita says Alvin just took a 360 on the spiritual journey in fitness. Yeah, exactly. He just ditched the whole corporate thing and went right into it. Aruna says we should both get to be on a TED Talk. Sure. Let us know where we can apply. I think we can pull something off. Vanita saying, Noel, you took the leap of faith towards change management and fitness. I hope you stay rooted in the best investment in one that's in one starting when you started me. Thank you, Vanita. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your kind words. Vanita, you are an inspiration to all the people around you as well. Joanna is saying, what is it? ACE Fitness? Yeah, just Google American Council on Exercise and you'll find their website, or just message me on Instagram. I'll send it to you. You probably have 2 hours before the Black Friday sale ends, but literally it's 50% off, and it's to get certified. And to, even if you're not wanting to be a trainer, I think there's good value in just learning and just getting to the materials.
That's right.
There's one more question, Elvin. Other than the one, okay, maybe we can just take this and then we'll wrap it up. What's your advice for those stubborn kilos that one would like to lose? This is a question that everyone has. Um, I would say that everybody has those last few stubborn kilos, and those last few stubborn kilos are often the hardest. And I think that the advice that I want to give is that if you've been trying it on your own all this while and you're unable to shed those last few kilos, or you're unable to break some sort of a plateau, or you're unable to achieve that one thing that you're working for, like just now someone said that Penny was saying she's trying to do her four pull-ups, right? So maybe you have a strength goal, whatever your goal is. My advice is that if you are unable to hit that one thing that you've been trying so hard to work on, is to hire someone who can help you. And as crazy as it sounds, like, what, I have to pay for it? Or yes, because there's everybody's different. And there are some things where you just at some point in life you just have to hire a coach, or and at some point in life where YouTube will can't help you as much, and you need to work with someone who can look into exactly what you're doing, because everyone's different, everyone's routine, lifestyle, dietary habits, allergies, your gut, what you can tolerate, what you can't, everything's different. So what you need is a coach who can look into your unique situation and what is it that you're struggling with, and help you in that situation. There is no one blanket advice that I can give you that will apply to everyone else. So my advice to you on this question is to get help from someone who has done it
That's right.
and who can help you. And again, coming back to not doing fitness alone, and I hope that helps. Maybe it's not what you wanted to hear, but I hope that helps.
I think that's very, very solid advice, Noel. I would say that to anyone. However, I'm going to add on to that by inviting you to go to Facebook, because I pasted a link on breaking plateaus in your training. So it's written by NASM, tons of information. Have a read. And then if you have any questions, feel free to reach out with Noel and myself. This segment is Ask Us Anything. If you have any more questions, please, I invite you to send us the question through Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Just PM us. And when we have the questions beforehand, Noel and I will kind of prepare a more comprehensive way to answer so that you get the best out of it. Okay. So you have any burning questions, send them our way.
Yeah.
All right.
Are we having an after party, Alvin?
I think we will. Looking
Yes.
at Instagram, there are quite a number of people. So we're going to end our episode 43. Thank you so much for spending your time and energy with us on today's episode. If you have any questions, we invite you to continue to send them to us. Please share this live so that it stays on Facebook. And we invite you to go to Instagram for our little after party. I'm going to put the handle right below here on Facebook and LinkedIn.
Yeah. So
And
after
with
party means informal lah. Okay. So they're gonna officially end the show. And here's the thing, like always people ask all the questions during the after party. So you got something that you're too shy to ask, you're worried it's being recorded, someone's gonna see, head over to our Instagram right now where Alvin is posted on below, and ask all those questions, and we will hang on for about 10-15 minutes, and it's just really casual behind the scenes. We take out the earphones and I take out my green screen and all of that, and we just have a chit chat. Okay. So I'm grateful for you. Thank you all for streaming in. Instagram, stay here after party's happening. And I'll pass to Alvin to just say our final goodbyes and just to wrap us up for tonight.
Thank you all so much. All the links and resources will be on the Facebook version. So hop over to Facebook. And with love in our heart, Noel and I wish you a happy week ahead, moving into the last month of the year, December. Bye.